welcome to this really quick ab series. I only have like not even 10 minutes to film this before my son wakes up from his nap. So we're gonna get on the mat. All you need today is a pretty grippy mat and we will get started. Let's start on our hands and knees. We're gonna do kind of a dynamic warm up today. So let's place our left hand down, right knee down. Reach with our right, did I say left hand? Left hand down. Right arm is gonna reach. Left leg's gonna reach. You can hold here, but if you do want to add on, we're gonna do a little bird dog. So we're gonna bring elbow towards knee, curling that back, and then reaching nice and long, curling in and reach. So thinking shoulders and hips square to the mat. Start breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, through those pursed lips. Get our diaphragm, pelvic floor, obliques, all those deep core muscles turned on. For 4, 3, 2, last 1. We're going to switch sides, carefully lowering down, switching hands, transferring the weight now to your right hand. Left arm's going to reach out nice and long, right leg out. Find your stability, and then tucking in and reaching. Think of that low belly, tucking in as you come in, drawing that navel to spine. And if you're wondering when to inhale, when to exhale, it really doesn't matter that much as long as you are doing it. I like to inhale as I tuck, exhale to reach. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give your wrists a little break. I just filmed a little cardio 12-minute series, so I'm a little out of breath already. I'm gonna call, okay, get back up here. Hands about shoulder width apart. We're gonna come into a high plank. Or you can come to a low plank on your forearms, or you can do your knees. Coming up to a plank here. We're going to press back into our down dog. Take a second here, and then flowing back to our plank. Pressing up, and then back to our plank. So all of our muscles are pretty much turned on in this position, especially when we're in our plank. Our belly button is drawn in. We have that tight core. If I was going to come around and punch your stomach, it is nice and tight. Pressing in with all of your fingers into the mat, if you're on your hands. Shoulder blades draw together when you are in your plank position. One more here. And then we're going to drop to our knees, just do a few bear hovers. So hands on the mat. Hips, knees beneath our hips, tuck your toes, and then prepare with an inhale. As you exhale, coming up into your little bear hover, inhaling, tapping knees down, exhaling, hovering, inhaling down. So think of that tabletop spine. If we had some books or something on your back, they are staying there, trying not to have too many humps or not too much wobbling side to side. For 3, 2, and 1. Sitting back. Okay, so now we are going to sit in our sitting position. We'll do a couple rollbacks, half rollbacks, just to warm up in this position. Feet hip distance on the mat, sitting up nice and tall. Prepare with an inhale. As you exhale, scooping that low tummy, drawing belly button to spine, leaning back, inhaling to sit up forward. Exhaling, curling back, scooping, inhaling forward. 2 more here. Just a little warm up in this position. Last 1. Okay, so now we're going to come back slightly. Bring your legs up to tabletop. You can keep them on the mat if you want. and we're gonna do our heel drop. So you're gonna drop one heel down, bring it up. Other heel down, bring it up. If your feet are on the mat, it's just lifting one leg and then the other. So take your options here. I like to inhale as I lower my leg, exhale coming up. But I mean, just keep breathing. Keep that chest nice and open and shoulders are relaxed. We'll do one more on each side. And then you can relax here. Coming onto our forearms now. So my elbows are kind of beneath my shoulders. I have that nice open chest again. And my low back is off my mat. So I'm not totally just sunken into my mat. My tailbone's on my mat, but my low back isn't. Legs are coming up to tabletop. I'm gonna reach one leg out and back in. Other leg out and back in. Alternating here. If this is too much for you, you can have your legs on the mat and then resting them one at a time. Take your options. You can kind of pick up the pace here a little bit since this is a quickie workout. Reaching nice and long, staying lifted off that low back. Chest is open for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering legs down, coming onto our sides now. Onto our forearm. So elbow beneath shoulder as usual. Stack your hips, stack your legs, stack your shoulders. I'm going to come up onto my feet today since we're only going to do one, well, kind of 2 side planks here. So coming up, I'm stacking my feet. That's the hardest. If you need to stagger them, you can. You're going to reach our arm up and we're going to do little pulses up today. So it's like I'm reaching towards the ceiling with my top hip, using my bottom waist here to cinch. We're lifting of that bottom waist, doing the lifting. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. We have one more move. We're going to be doing our thread the needle, our twisting. So I'm going to actually stack or stagger my feet for this one. So we're going to come up again into our side plank here. You can reach your arm if you want, and you can add the twist, threading that needle, and then coming out. If you don't like the twist, of course, you don't have to do it. You can just hold. You can go back to those pulses. Not too many of these, just 4 more. 3. Keep that ear off your shoulder. 2. Last 1. Lower down. Coming onto our hands and knees to transition to the other side. So on our hands and knees now, we're going to come back into that bear plank. We're going to do a little twist. So hands beneath our shoulders, knees under our hips, stacking or curling our toes under. Come up into your bear position. We're going to twist our knees to one side, back to center, twisting to the other side. So kind of like you're dropping your one hip down as you twist. Careful not to lock your elbows. Use that breath. And you're looking kind of between your hands to have that nice long neck. My socks are moving all over the place because they are grippy socks on a grippy mat. One more on each side here. Lower knees down. You can just roll to their side. I'm just going to turn over so I'm still facing the camera. Thought it'd be a good idea to wear grippy socks on the grippy mat, but they actually really stick. Okay, elbow beneath shoulder. We're starting with that pulsing one. So I did feet stacked, lifting up here, shoulders stacked, facing forward, and you're doing that little bottom waist lift, reaching your hips up towards the ceiling. You got it. Think of that waist holding you up, not just your shoulder or your back muscles. for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. And now we have our threading the needle. So I'm going to stack my feet. Trying to catch my breath. Like I said, that cardio one I just filmed got my breath going. Okay, coming up. Reaching nice and long. Threading our needle. We did 8 on the other side, so we have 8 here. Can't have wonky abs. Though we all have, obviously, one strong side stronger than the other. For 4 more here. 3. Stay lifted, you got it. Last 2. And 1. Coming down. And we'll finish with some bicycles here. Okay, so these are going to be nice and controlled bicycles to get the deep muscles working, not just our top, kind of our superficial abs. So find your neutral spine, bring your legs up to tabletop. Hands can be beside your head or behind your head, putting the weight of your head in your hands. It's up to you. And then we're going to prepare with an inhale. As you exhale, twisting to one side, opposite leg reaches out, inhaling back to center. Exhale, twist and reach, inhale back to center. Getting that twist, thinking of bringing opposite rib to hip or opposite shoulder to hip. We've just got 6 more, then we're done. 6, 5, you got it. 4, get that reach. Try to get your legs lower if you can. 3 or 4, I don't know, I've lost count. 3, 2, and 1. Hug it in. You can sway your knees side to side. You can hug it in. And then we're going to bring ourselves up. And we'll just finish the little side bend and kind of like a seated cat-cow. So we're going to reach up and over, stretch out that side body. Start to regulate your breathing again. Telling your body it's time to rest and recover. Unless you're going to do another video, we'll just do a couple of these flexions and extensions. It's kind of like a cat-cow. We're just sitting. If you don't like being on your knees, of course, you can do this standing or fully sitting on your butt. And we'll just do 1 more here. Really stretching out that waist. Nice and tall. As always, thank you for joining me for this. Let me know what you want to see next, and I hope to see you next time.